5, New Orleans' very own.
Welcome to WGNO News. I'm Kurt Sprang.
And I'm Amy Russo. Susan Roshan has the evening off. New Orleans police took nearly 250 guns off the streets during Carnival.
But many of the people accused of illegally carrying them will not face charges. The Metropolitan Crime Commission reports the DA's office refused charges for 19 of those cases. In return, the people who were arrested have agreed to surrender the guns and not get them back. MCC President Rafael Goyeneche says the decision not to charge was made without reviewing police reports or officer body cam footage, and the DA, Jason Williams, was unaware the charges were dropped.
The ADA that made this decision to go into court that day and do what she did has put the district attorney's office in a very precarious situation, because he professed that he wants to go back and do the right thing, but he may be blocked from doing the right thing.
Goyeneche says the decision not to charge could set a precedent for future gun cases. The DA's office responded this afternoon saying in part that the decision was improper and does not represent office policy or procedure, and there will be an internal review of what happened.
NOPD Chief Michelle Woodfork says throughout Mardi Gras, they also made 352 arrests, ranging from public intoxication to murder. And even though the season is over, they still have officers on high alert in high crime areas they identified through statistics. However, Woodfork says violent crime is down more than 20%. She did also ask for extra prayers. 50-year-old Nicole Williams, who was killed in the 1500 block of North Claiborne Avenue Mardi Gras night, was her cousin.
The NOPD remains on the lookout for 3 persons of interest in a murder case. Cops say they may have information about the shooting during the Bacchus parade that killed 1 person and injured 4 others. Police say the people in these photos are not wanted on criminal charges. The shooting happened around 9:30 Sunday night near St. Charles Avenue and Terpsichore as the parade was rolling down the avenue. A 15-year-old boy was killed. A 4-year-old and 3 others were wounded. The man accused of pulling the trigger is 21-year-old Mansour Mboji. He remains behind bars on a $1 million bond.
All the mayor recall signatures have been turned into the Orleans Parish Registrar of Voters, and now they are working on verifying all the signatures.
And that is where the work just begins. There's a lot of moving parts before a recall election could be held. WGNO's Kenny Lopez breaks down the next steps from City Hall. Kenny.
That's right, Kurt and Amy. The next 20 days are crucial. By state law, the Registrar of Voters has 20 days to verify and count all these recall signatures. But recall organizers say that for the next 5 days, voters can still come here and sign the petition. And other voters who change their mind and decide they no longer want their signatures on the recall, they could come here as well to get their names removed.
We have done our job, and so now it's time for the Registrar of Voters to do their job.
The Orleans Parish Registrar of Voters is now counting the recall petition signatures, verifying which ones are valid and which ones must be thrown out. By state law, they have 20 days.
I think these organizers were so sophisticated, so well funded, that they've been vetting these petitions as they go along.
Political analyst Jeff Crouer says he doesn't think many signatures will be tossed out after the count. What's really in question is how many signatures they've got and how many they need. A court hearing next week could help decide how many inactive voters would be taken off the rolls. This could mean the recall would need around 6,000 fewer signatures.
So we need to know what that number is so we can have that cushion. This is only step 1.
With many more steps to go, if they get the 20% of necessary voters, then it will go before Governor John Bel Edwards to call for an election.
Are we going to have an April election, or is there going to be a special election date, or is it going to be pushed all the way to the governor's election in October?
To give us an early special election. We do not want to wait till fall.
No.
But what are the chances of Mayor Cantrell challenging the recall?
So if the mayor had any money, She might be organizing an effort to try to invalidate petitions, but she's only got $6,700 in her account. So that's another disadvantage she's got.
And now we have a voice and we're using it, and it's time to move forward.
This is history. We've never had a recall that's been this extensive in state history.
All of this could take several months to 1 year. And as a reminder, Mayor Cantrell's term is up in the year 2026. Kurt and Amy, back to you.
And you are right, Kenny, that is a lot of moving parts. Thank you.
The 17-year-old accused of raping Covington native Madison Brooks has been indicted and will be tried as an adult. 17-year-old Desmond Carter from Livingston Parish was indicted for first and third-degree rape. Police believe Brooks was raped by Carter and 18-year-old Kayvon Washington while she was highly intoxicated just over a month ago. There were 2 other men in the car. Video evidence withheld by attorneys allegedly shows Brooks pleading to get out of the car. After the men dropped her off, she wandered into the road and was hit and killed by an oncoming vehicle.
New developments. New developments in the officer-involved shooting that killed a 15-year-old in Gulfport, Mississippi last fall. Just out is this dash cam video and body cam video of the incident. Also, a grand jury brought no charges against the officer who fired the fatal shots. Reports show Gulfport police responded to reports of teens in a car waving guns at other drivers. Police pulled over the car at the Family Dollar store there, and that's where Jaheim McMillan was shot by an officer multiple times. Video shows McMillan had a gun.
DOTD officials broke ground on the new Leo Kerner Swing Bridge in Lafitte today. They say the old bridge stood the test of time, and now it's time for a new, safer one. The old bridge connected Barataria and Jean Lafitte for over 70 years, but when Ida hit, it was taken out of service because of the damage. Officials say the new and improved bridge is another step toward resiliency and a better quality of life.
This bridge will support marine travel with an additional 20 feet above what we have today for clearance while closed, and limit the needs for frequent openings for folks that have to travel to and through this area, both from a marine perspective as well as the vehicle travels.
There are plans to repurpose pieces of the old bridge into a fishing pier. The new bridge should be finished in 2028.
Federal investigators are releasing new details on what may have caused the toxic train derailment in Ohio.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is on the ground today in East Palestine touring the wreckage. ABC's Lindsay Watts details the new NTSB report.
This entire site will be completely remediated. How long is it going to take? You'd have to ask the railroad.
As Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg surveyed burned out rail cars and debris.
The stack of 20-plus cars is right here.
The NTSB releasing its preliminary report on the catastrophic derailment of the Norfolk Southern train.
This was 100% preventable.
The report focusing on a wheel bearing that overheated, referencing surveillance video that shows what happened moments before the train went off the tracks. The report says the wheel bearing and wheel set reached more than 250 degrees as critical alarms blared inside the train. At one point, the automatic brakes engaging.
We have no evidence that the crew did anything wrong.
The crew on board also slowed down the train before it derailed.
We will not wait for that process to run its course, to continue doing everything that we can to raise the bar on rail safety and to hold people accountable.
At a press conference today, Buttigieg urged the rail industry to stop fighting safety regulations and addressed why he didn't come here sooner.
In terms of the timing of the visit, I'm trying to strike the right balance, allowing NTSB to play its role, but making sure we're here.
He says he's met with residents worried about their health and future.
I've been getting headaches, sore throat.
Buttigieg saying they won't be forgotten.
Norfolk Southern will pay for this remediation and make sure that they are making this community whole.
It could take up to 2 years for the NTSB to determine a final cause for the derailment. In the meantime, Secretary Buttigieg is calling on rail companies to take immediate action. He wants them to require stronger rail cars before a congressional mandate takes effect in 2029. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
Next on WGNO News, there are limited spots to sell art along Jackson Square. How artists can put their names in the hat for a lottery. Coming up.
And maybe you prefer to admire art than create it yourself. One museum is showcasing Black artists. That's part of our series honoring Black history.